Welcome back to another Power Packed live session, guys. I'm happy that you're back again. All special shout out to all our faithful returnees. I really appreciate you for making this a company with me. And of course, your presence and engagement mean the world. If you're new here, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share this video or with someone who's ready to think big, because that's what we do on this platform, right? So today's session is inspired by a powerful quote from an entrepreneur and of course an author that we all know, Robert Kiyosaki, the mind behind Rich Dad Poor Dad. And what did he say? Robert Kiyosaki said, the richest people in the world build networks, right? So everyone else is trained to look for work. But Robert, yeah, so that's what Robert Kiyosaki, those are his exact words or something quite close to that. So this single sentence is a blueprint, that is creating lasting wealth. And we're going to break it all down. I just want all of us to actually be actively part of this. I want to see what you say in the comments. I will need to train myself how to behave myself to stop at some point and check on comments so that I should not maybe oversee important comments that have been dropped to add to what I am saying. So what a network, what truly is a network, why does it matter? How do networkers create wealth? And most importantly, how Mufareh is building one of the most inclusive and life-transforming global networks, that's designed not just out or to benefit a few people, but to lift entire families, communities, and even organizations into a new level of abundance. And if you agree with me that that is what Mr. Mufareh is doing, like what Kiyosaki says, then I would like to know what you say or what you think about it in the chat section. So this is not about glorifying a man again. I think I said this yesterday. I'll have to say it a few more times to remind us that this whole thing, we're not coming to sit here every day and be clapping for Mufareh. He's doing great. We know that already, and he appreciates the fact that we're here. But we cannot just come here and be singing, thank you, you're doing this. But what are we getting out of it? So it's about learning again, learning from proven models and preparing ourselves to walk in purpose, in power, and of course, prosperity. So guys, before I dive in, so I want to know, let me see who is here. I will try to give a few shout outs. The very first one I saw was a kind of prayer coming from my sister, Queen Dor. So she says, praying and hoping for God's mercy for us to succeed. Definitely, that's not a doubt. Our success is guaranteed. And I think we are as good as there, right? It's just a matter of when and not if, right? So thank you guys for joining. Thank you. The future is clear. Oh, how did I catch this? Welcome, bro. Thank you for joining. Hey. Thank you. Hallo, guten Abend. Wie geht es dir heute? Was sagt in Deutschland? Thank you guys for joining. Hello, everyone. Hello, my brother Abdul Sattar. I greet you. Thank you, Irfan Ahmed. You were one of the first persons to comment. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jasmine Udim. Thank you so much, Hélène de la Bastide. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, the great for joining. Thank you, guys. And of course, let's move on because I'm very excited. I really want us to do this together, right? So the inspiration of today, it came from Robert Kiyosaki. So we just want to go gradually and together, let's dissect what this whole quote means. The richest people in the world, they build what? They build networks. What people have known for all their lives, like Robert Kiyosaki said, we have been trained to do what? To look for work, right? So when you are trained to look for work, what happened? That is the traditional system of trading time for money. That's what has been happening over the centuries, until the likes of Robert Kiyosaki and so many others, and of course, Mufareh coming to our own generation to finally help us out of a dire situation, right? So when you build networks, what happened? You leverage relationships. You leverage systems and people to create wealth that scales, wealth that you can scale up. So that is the difference. If it's work, you're just stuck to work. It's traditional 9 to 5, the same boring every day and so on. But when you leverage the relationships with many other people, like what has happened within this system that we are in since 2018, I have learned a lot. First, from the CEO himself, his leadership style, his integrity, and many other things. I've met many other wonderful people. I've even learned how to respect people more. Respect is a big thing where I come from, but I learned another form of respect where you see somebody that you give them so much respect, but then they respect you even more and makes you feel really good. And I've learned how to just make people feel good. That is how much, that is how wealthy building networks is. So when we start from there, you benefit from those relationships and the systems and so on. You can never go wrong with networks. It comes up all to scalable wealth. That is what I think that Robert Kiyosaki means. And we can see from every indication from what we know about him, he is a prosperous somebody because he went against the traditional methods of doing things. Trained to work 9 to 5, work for 40, 50 years, come back broke and wait to die. It's no longer the case, So what is the purpose of this quote, is just to shift mindset from employment dependency to ownership, to collaboration and to influence. I like the word of collaboration and influence because I come from another part of the world. Within our community, I'm not lying to you. I'm not ashamed of saying it. If somebody is here coming from my country or the part of the world where I come from, we are not very collaborative. We're not very influential on one another. We're the kind of people that when you have a secret of growth, you keep it to yourself because you want to be that one-eyed man in the country of the blind so that you will be king. But that's not the case because while here in the Western world where I've come, there are so many people from other parts of the world. When you look within other cultures, you see that growth is a kind of collaborative effort. Because I bring what I know how to do best, you bring what you know how to do best, we put it together, and then we raise each other to the top, So these are the kind of things, if we don't shift our mindset from that me, myself, and I, to the one of opening up and sharing our strengths, our efforts, and putting our efforts together, it might always keep us right behind. But I think that the time is now. Whoever is ready for prime time has to do things differently. That shift of mindset actually definitely has to take place. I just want to check to make sure that I am not doing this all by myself. Happy Tuesday, my dear brother Levi Mama Bola. Thank you. Hello again, Yasmin. Sending love, my sweet family. We love you too, dear brother. Thank you for joining, guys. So it's a beautiful thing. The topic today, I really like it, and I'm really going to afterwards make sure I check to see what is people are saying in the chat. Let's even try to understand by ourselves what is the meaning of network. What is a network? It is just a structured system of people, partners, platforms, and even resources, right, that are interconnected with a shared purpose or benefit. So when we network, when we come together again, we bring effort, because like I was saying yesterday, all of us, I don't care how many billion of us are here on planet Earth, we are all unique. Everybody has got that particular unique skill or something that is unique to them, either as a person or as a people or as a community. So when we come together, you bring what you have, you bring what you know, and so on and so forth, and then together we fit and then build that massive community that we share the same purpose, the same dream, the same vision, and there we go at the top, right? Just like I was talking about Ash the other day, when you read from the old news and so many things that he says, you see that we are a network. We find ourselves within the same network. We're networking with people like Mr. Mufareh and his team. How and why? Because we are just here doing what we are doing, right? And he just the fact that he knows that somebody thinks well about him and sitting here doing this thing and keeping us together so that we move together, so that we don't lose direction, we don't lose our sense of focus. That means a lot to him. That is networking. Like some people will say your net worth is your net worth. I think that what is more worthy to Ash right now is actually that network and not what he is doing, because it's sure that what he is doing is successful, and he's doing it again for the people, the same people he's networking with. What a big success it is before it finally happens. So let's look at these things and keep on asking ourselves questions. I'm just saying, if you are still that person that you still look inwards about when it comes to growth and success, you still look only at yourself, then you are still lacking. You want to turn away. Your mindset has to shift and turn around and do things otherwise. Open up, relax, because the moment you come and think that you are the master, you know this thing so well, you discover there's somebody who has some other thing which you really don't have. You don't know that thing, but you need it too. You see that everybody needs another. We need each other. That is the purpose for networking, right? No man is an island. And the moment we understand that and we go networking, we learn from people who have succeeded in life, like the likes of Robert Kiyosaki, like what Ash is doing. Ash has been spending all these years building a powerful network. We all know, we know what we are, we know who we are, we know what we are best of at, thanks to the leadership in front of us. So when you talk about personal or professional networks, you have friends, you have partners, you have colleagues, you have mentors. We also have business networks like communities, customer base, distribution systems, affiliate structures, and so on. Fortunately for us, I think a bit of all of these things are found within our network, which means this is a powerful one. This is a one that is going to go far. We just have to keep on keeping on. We just have to keep going on and on and on and on, and getting ready and preparing and learning and teaching and sharing and exchanging and communicating and bonding and loving. It's such a beautiful thing, and I feel so good. I feel so happy and blessed that I am part of this unique network of our generation. Whoever saw this generation and was not part of this network, like my brother Colin says, you're going to have yourself to blame, because you have questions answering to your granddaughter. You know how those little things can be naughty. They will ask you a question, you scratch your head like that. Did you ever hear about this? Why are you not talking about it? Where were you? Because I know you were alive, or you were actively out there during this era when this whole thing was happening, right? It's such a fun, it's a beautiful ride. I'm just happily part of this network. And why does it matter to build networks? Because it multiplies reach, without multiplying effort. You don't have to multiply your effort, but you multiply the reach, because you just where you are. I think when this topic keeps bringing this, my brother, to mind. Alesh, wherever you are, I think I want you to come again. He hardly comes here, but when he comes here once, he says a lot of exciting stuff. He is in Slovenia. We have people in Bangladesh. We have people in Australia and stuff like that. So you don't need a lot of effort to move from here to Australia to do this or look for that and so on. When my sister Vavina is there, when my sister Narelle Khan is there and stuff like that. That is what networking does, especially when it is built on trust. Because at this moment, I believe that those of us who know and have an idea what Ash is doing, we have built some level of trust too with one another. And this is really going to take us far. So why again does network matter? It matters because you access knowledge, influence, and even opportunities through relationships. I think I'm just repeating the same thing over and over and over. This now is just for emphasis, because that is all what is about, what it is about, right? Let's learn how to network even more, because I'm happy. I'm happy when some people started on one note and ended in the other. I remember when somebody was testifying to another person, say, the first time I saw you, I did not really like you. But then, thanks to networking and consistency, you finally discovered the sweetheart in this person, and this person becomes your best friend. That is what networking does. Let's just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. And believe me, you will get there. So you have network, you have leverage, you have scalability. Those three words are powerful, and they take us to places. You never go wrong with such. You never go wrong with networking. especially ours that has been built on the foundation of love and of faith and stuff like that. And it's been here like forever. We know who is doing what, and who can do what. And then the love that is binding us, I think ours is a bit more special, I can assure you. So networks, why do they even matter for business growth? Networks, they do enable something like fast visibility, word of mouth virality. You know how our business is already viral when people are not yet touching anything. They can't even sniff anything. They don't know what color it is. We have a bit of idea because we used a few things here and there. Even at this point in time, where all of us, we don't know anymore what is coming, but it's already viral because at least everybody who is supposed to hear about this business by now, they've heard of it just because of what? Word of mouth. That is information for free. That is marketing for free. That is anything you want to call. What a beautiful situation to find yourself in. What a beautiful opportunity. Networks, they're important for businesses because it is trust. You have trust-based referrals. People buy from people they trust. To be fair, I'm not trying to lie or to there's nothing to say lying, or I'm not trying to make a hype of something. Many people, they actually joined in the days we were advertising the foundership positions, and we used to call it. There's so many people who joined when they just saw my videos. There are people who knew me from somewhere. They say, all right, if it's Sister Comfort, I don't care what is it, I'm joining. Others joined because they had that trust. They did not know me, but the language I was presenting in, they say, all right, this is our sister. She is speaking in this language because she wants us to get it, to understand it. So I am joining. I don't know if I'm making sense or I think it's relevant, right? Because you just need to trust somebody. I know this person because I know them from somewhere and I trust them from that place. Secondly, I know this person because he is speaking to me. When somebody speaks to you in your language, they speak to you from mouth to ear. This person not speaking in English, but putting in pidgin, they're addressing people like us. And so I trust this. And so I go for it. That is what network does to business growth, right? Who doesn't want to own a thing like that? Collaboration over competition is the key thing here, because other things, whatever Ash is doing, he himself has said, he is not coming here to reinvent the wheel. What he is doing, he is only there to fill the gaps. Why is this not looking good? I can make it look better. He is not here to compete with anybody. But then if it's about making money, because like we know, the tradition has always been money, it has always been transactional leadership, like we saw yesterday. But this time around, it's transformational. Ash is just here to transform lives. He's not competing with anybody. Those of us who are here networking with Ash, from his tech people to everybody networking with him, they are just here to collaborate, to see growth, to see success for everyone, for each and every one of us, anybody at all who's interested in this whole movement. That is all what is all about, to the best of my understanding. Also, when you have networks within business growth, or how network fosters business growth, in that passive income also streams, they come through automation and duplication. All of these things, they happen just like this, because duplication takes place really quick. Everything happens just like pop-up, because we have everything we need. Ash is working on the products and the strategies and the structures and whatever, him and his tech team, and we are here doing what we are doing, building ourselves, helping ourselves, nurturing ourselves and preparing ourselves for the beautiful future that we have at hand, waiting for us anytime soon. So Robert Kiyosaki himself, he often references network marketing as a model where average people with limited resources can build lasting income by leveraging community. This has nothing to do with that. What Ash is doing here, it is nothing near what people know as network marketing and stuff like that. Networking in this sense, It's just that idea of coming together, collaborating, sharing our skills and whatever we have to grow together. Because whatever Ash is doing, he is doing it such that it is a business, it is a shop. You buy what he has in the shelves and put on your own shelves. Somebody comes and buys them from there. So your growth, your success here has nothing to do with that. Was what we knew though with the previous business. If something has changed, it is nothing much. It's nothing like you are going to go call people to say, come and join this business, because if you don't join, I don't do this. I know how Kiyosaki is appreciating this one, but the moment he will look at what Ash is doing, he's going to be like, that is the real thing we are talking about here. That is it, right? So while Kiyosaki himself, he didn't create a specific network. What happened? He has championed the concept of network-based wealth building, through partnerships. We know what Robert Kiyosaki does, all the real estate things, educational platforms, and all of those things. When you start listening to him, I'm more of a listener than a reader. I just listen on and on and on and on. He just, it's just so beautiful listening to people like that, learning and then being part of it and listening and learning directly from one of those kind of people who is trying to bring this right to us before our own eyes. What an opportunity. What an opportunity, guys. So I just want to have a quick look and see what is happening in the chats and see if I can even just say hello to one person. Hello, my sister Penina Nathaniel. Greetings from PNG. Thank you for joining. And of course, the future is clear. I start reading this till the end before I finally discover that you are the one, bro. Thank you once again. Martin Pierre, welcome, my dear brother. Thank you so much. Thank you, Life and Nature. Thank you guys for always being there. Appreciate. I can't do this by myself. Believe me, it can be really, really embarrassing just sitting here and talking to yourself. Prosper Esa, good evening. Thank you, brother. Thanks for joining. Thank you so much. Suresh Kumar, thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. I really want people to say something about this topic. I find it really interesting and I find it educative, because these are the type of things we need to be looking at if we are prepared. We want to prepare ourselves to be ready for prime time, because what Ash is preparing for us is something that is going to be like jaw-dropping. Is going to be like, oh my God. And if we don't get ready by the time Ash is here, then you might be late. You might be late. So, of course, we have looked at how networks matter to business growth. What about you and myself? What about to us? Some of us are just new beginners. We're waiting for Ash to finish everything, prepare everything, polish it up, and serve it to us on our hands, on the platter of gold, right? So as individuals, as partners that we are now, what can a network do for us? It gives us community support. I think we have seen this in various forms. Just the fact that we think about each other every day. We ask, how are you doing? We say, let's pray for A, B, C, D. Let's think about this person who is not feeling so well. Let's think about them in prayers and stuff like that. That goes a long way, because sometimes that's all somebody wants. Because sometimes people think that helping people or loving people only has to do with exchanging material stuff. Somebody just wants to be spoken to. Somebody just wants to know that you are thinking about them. This goes a long way, and that is what networking does. And I like the testimonies that people who have been actively networking with us since 2018, so many testimonies have come up. People have found a family within this network, and these are bonds that will never be broken in any shape or form. What about that? We also share resources as a community. We have access to mentorship and, of course, success models. Everything we're saying here, it works. From looking at it from Ash to down to whoever you've learned, and you look at them like your model because you listen to them, you like what they say, you like their way of behaving and treating people and stuff like that. So there is just so much to networking. Let's do this, guys. Let's keep on doing it. We have even personal brand amplification. We have people, that's a few names here within our community. I like to talk about our community because we've got a big one here, right? There particular names already within our communities that are a brand, There's some names that when they call you, that is already a brand. Thanks to what? To networking. These people were not like this prior to 2018. But because of what Ash Mufareh has done right now, just a particular name, when you mention it, that is already a brand. People have branded themselves in many various ways, and this is going to go really a long way. We just want to appreciate the fact that because social capital is something that people buy with money, people pay tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands to people who have populations and followership to advertise their business, to do stuff and all of things like that. But we have all of this just for free, effortless, So whoever is not appreciating it has a little problem, but I think you're going to find yourself, before you know it, So you don't just have to do it alone. Never. There's no man is an island, and there's nobody who knows it all. You are not just building a business. What we're doing here, we are becoming part of something bigger than each and every one of us. So if you join us either now, whether be it now live as I am speaking, or later on, a few hours, a few years later, it is still very valid. It is still ongoing. Don't go. If you have a question, you want to understand more, just ask questions. Or if you might be, you might meet this video when we're already in business, just ask a question. Say, I need help. I want to know more. You can ask me directly. You can ask from any of the 3 channels you are watching. You can mention one of the person you see in the chat, respond to a comment and ask that person, can you tell me more? That person will help you tell you more about what I am talking about. Because if you can see from the interactions, you see that we all are speaking in unison, because we're talking just about one particular thing, one particular person. A leader will have Mr. Ash Mufareh, right? He is bringing things to our doorsteps, things that we thought that could only be done by a particular people, So let's even think about Mr. Mufareh's leadership approach. He is focused on people first, purpose-led networks. He doesn't just go, because when people think about network, the very first thing is money, right? But then people first. Is this person doing okay? Is that one doing well? Why it's not good to do A, B, C, or D and stuff like that. He cares. He's just kind of a father. This has nothing to do with age here. It just comes to do with the fact that when you wash your hands well, like the saying back in Africa, when a child washes their hands well, they can dine with kings. He is a king and he's doing things, I don't know how to put it, but he's such a great leader. He's just an umbrella over all of us, and he is doing that just so well, So building from the ground up with diversity and global inclusion, all of those things, Ash is that person who makes it a flat platform. Everybody stands on it. It is level ground for everybody, and we all have one mission. We're one person. We're at the same level. There's nothing like class A, class B, class whatever. If you are starting on that platform, you are the same, and we use the vision at hand to unite individuals, to unite families, to unite organizations, businesses into a single forward movement or forward moving system. We all can attest to that, except that you are new to this platform. You should be nodding or you should be typing yes in the comment, because that is all just what Ash Mufareh is doing. So Ash is not just building users, he's building a unified network of change agents. Do you really agree with this? Because we're not just waiting anxiously to consume whatever Ash has to present to us. We're not only waiting to use it to make profit to ourselves. We are using it, we are change agents, because we're actually waiting. Again, I go back to what I've been doing. A few hundreds of people have passed through this platform. Most, if not everybody, has a plan to do something, to change somebody's life, to change a community, to change a situation, to just do something different. So if you say you're an agent of change, whatever angle you're coming from, as good as the change is positive, it works, because that is what Ash is doing, and it's working, and it's definitely going to work. So the impact here is that it's not just a tech or systems, it's a human-powered revolution, So this is just powerful. And everyone wins because everyone is part of the network, not just feeding it. We are all part of this network and we are all the same, So we sometimes we really try to talk, even amongst ourselves. We are like, listen, some people think that because I come here and I don't talk, I'm not doing anything. If you are not there, I can't sit here, but I feel like I'm scared. I'm just all by myself. I just have the courage to talk because I know that you guys are there encouraging me, supporting me, and stuff like that. So we all play the same role, and Ash appreciates everybody the same. All of us, we do appreciate him and his team the same because we know what they are doing, right? So networking, that is the key, the route to wealth. And of course, we are just on the right place. So how do we build wealth? Networking. How do we do that? Well, so there's so many things, many ways of doing about that. I was just trying to have a look here and there to find out a bit more to be sure. So when you network, you invest in people and not just in promotion, because compared to the traditional work 9 to 5 thing, you work hard and then you get a promotion and then you have an increase of 20p, 70p next year or 30p and stuff like that. But then this one, when you talk about invest, you heavily invest in people and not just in promotion, and so everybody wins again. So you just join a like-minded community or forums or masterminds, WhatsApp groups, and so on. You're discussing everything. I think we're in a few WhatsApp groups here and there, Telegram. We all share the same vision. We are on the same mission, right? So if you like, become a giver, support others' growth, and your network will grow. That is just the thing. Because if we were here from the very beginning, I talked about my community, where I come from. We hardly do support people. That's really a bad thing, and it's really, really frustrating. But then when you support the growth of one person, it helps you to also grow. It's just like back in school, right? Sometimes when you are good at the subject, the best way of mastering it and making the best out of it is teaching it to your fellow classmates. The more you say it out, the more you master it and you make it even better. Nobody can take what is yours. I think that is all what networking is all about. And we are up to the task. Let's do this, guys, because it's doable. Let's just keep doing it. Let's use platforms, to expand reach. It could be here on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, podcast, whatever we are doing, because there's something I do. My finger is never at rest. Anybody who's running this particular goal, where so many of us doing this, any of the YouTube channels I see doing this, if I know that they're making an effort to do something to push this forward, the first thing I do is I subscribe. And then I'm on me. If I see anybody like people from back home, because sometimes where I come from, people struggle to get network, to get connectivity, and so on. If I see content from anybody coming from home, just the least effort they put in it, the very first thing, I watch a few minutes and then I subscribe to that YouTube channel or follow them or do anything, and then I drop a comment. Because if all of us do that 1 million times, it is going to change somebody's life. It doesn't take you offering your head on somebody's plate for dinner. It just takes that one finger of a click, of a like, of a comment. And then if everybody does that, it changes that young person's life out there. And so they will not be idle. It encourages them to come back again and again and again and again. And so does our network grow from there. Because when that person sees that you're always there and you are doing this, what happens? They will point you out. They give you shout out that this person is always supporting me. Let's support them. Let's support each other. This whole thing is very easy. Let's do it because Ash is busy doing the rest of it for us. Let's build this base. Let's grow and just wait to get empowered, because we're already a powerful network. It's not difficult to do the works that we are planning to do when we are ready in any part of the world, because of the network that we have built. You just need to see, because whoever from what part of the world says, I am doing this, I'm running this project and stuff like that, everybody's like, count me in, I'm in. Before you know, within the twinkle of an eye, it's done. And of course, we continue to the next one. So life is beautiful with a beautiful network, and we are capable of doing this. Let me see if I can give a few more shout out Angeline, thank you, sis, for joining. Good day, everyone from Kansas, USA. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. Mr. Ashok Kuban, thank you. You are always there, very consistent. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We appreciate. Hello, Anne McClaw. Thank you, sis, for joining. Aloha, everyone from the big island of Hawaii. We are so blessed to be part of this movement. Indeed, sis, it is a huge, massive blessing. And yes, we're going to do things. Ash has created a powerful network with great leaders, indeed, good people with good-hearted people that come together, to move together to help uplift humanity. That's so true, sis. That is very, very true. Levi says, the three hugs, very good evening from South Africa. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. This is Angie. And of course, guys, I appreciate everybody. Tapas, sometimes I find it difficult pronouncing name. Apologize if I don't say it well. Tina, thank you, sis, for joining. Appreciate. Angie, yes, of course, we stand with our CEO. He's our best. That's our treasure. He's our sweetheart. He's our best friend. Let's just be ready. Let's go another mile with him. We'll definitely get there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sister Diane. Thank you. And of course, we're doing it together. I appreciate the encouragement. Thank you so much. So, Olasumbo, thank you. Thank you. It's difficult calling the names. Being in Onpassive, it's your generation hope forever. Long live. Yes, indeed. Indeed. This is the only hope. And those of us who are in this generation, if we can't make it and we can't leave a legacy, then I don't know what we would be explaining to God, because we are the chosen generation. It's not by accident that we are here. We are here on a mission, and this mission has to be fulfilled. Yeah. So let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me see what somebody's saying. I like when you say things about our CEO, a CEO that puts God first is creating a strong, definitely, sis, definitely, definitely. You never go wrong when you trust in God. And of course, the most powerful network, because it stands on that solid foundation. I really, really appreciate that. And indeed, guys, again, I'm just happy. Thank you for always being there to support me. So let's be clear, wealth does not come from how hard you work alone. It will never happen. It comes from how well you connect, you collaborate, and build systems, with others like you all. So you are one decision away from creating a network that can carry your vision into the future. So let's not let that opportunity slip off our hands. What we have started here is going to go into history, right? And when they are talking, they're writing the history of this whole movement, the networking is going to be one of the big topics that would be discussed. Because whatever we're doing, whoever thinks that people are not talking about it because they're just waiting. But at some point, everybody will talk about it, what they have witnessed. And it's going to be news, it's going to be history. People will read it in books. It is just a beautiful thing to be part of. So as Robert Kiyosaki said, the richest people build networks. And what the real question now is, what are you building? What are you building, guys? So thank you so much. This question, it's asking, I'm asking myself as well, because I learn a lot from it, and I try as much as I can to learn, because I am here to learn. And of course we are, because we feed each other. So if you have forgotten to subscribe, I think that the time is now. I always appreciate you all for coming back and supporting. Kindly share this video in your groups if it makes any sense at all. And of course, drop a comment again. What kind of network do you want to build? Or who is in your network today that inspires you? Thank you so much. Love you guys, and see you again soon. Bye.